Esse vídeo aqui eu vi e achei top de trazer. Ainda mais que a gente curte um GTAzinho, pai. A gente gosta de jogar um GTA. E cara, aqui simplesmente eu não vi esse vídeo. Eu vou ver com vocês em primeira mão. O cara simplesmente é o que tá escrito ali, ó. A câmera livre. O cara pegou algumas mortes do GTA, como essa daqui que a gente tá vendo, que a mulher morre ali. E botou tudo em câmera livre pra ver como é que funciona. E eu achei muito foda isso daí, tá ligado? Vamos lá assistir essa bagaça aqui. Que eu tô com a live aberta aqui. E lembrando vocês que estão assistindo nós no YouTube aqui. Vocês que estão assistindo nós no YouTube, a gente faz live na Twitch. Vai estar na descrição. E é nóis. Vamos apertar o play.
What if we use a FreeCam mod to look at the worst deaths?
Cara, eu não sei inglês, tá ligado? Eu não sei inglês. Não, mas eu não quero. Vamos lá. Se usar-se um mod de câmera gratuito para ver as piores mortes na história do GTA, de ângulos que nunca deveríamos ver bem. É mais ou menos isso, cara. O cara tá usando as câmeras livres para ver de outros ângulos, tá ligado? Como é as mortes de outro ângulo. Começar pela... ele vai fazer tipo do menos brutal até o mais brutal, tá ligado? Isso é um lugar tranquilo. Vai começar com a morte do Michael. Coisa muda quando o Michael retorna. Ele tá contando mais ou menos o que acontece na... Bom, a legenda tá aí se vocês quiserem ler a legenda. Mas ele tá contando mais ou menos como acontece tudo, tá ligado? Tá narrando a morte do Michael. Agora ele já usou a África. O corpo do Michael se mexeu, tá ligado? O corpo do Michael se mexeu, mano. Que loucura. Cara, eu vi um negócio que aquele helicóptero que passa ali, pá, era pro Michael cair em cima daquele helicóptero, né? Só que eles tiraram da beta, algo do tipo assim. Mas com esses vazamentos todo que deu aí, aparentemente era pro Michael cair em cima daquele helicóptero ali, tá ligado? Ele ia cair e se moer todo. Agora a morte do Trevor. Isso é uma reunião e tudo sobre matar o Michael e Discord. Tá, ele aqui ele tá contando também como é que acontece a morte do Trevor, né? Que todo mundo já sabe.
Franklin manages to ring Michael, where it turns out he is nearly there at the location, which is when the next part of the cutscene occurs. That's where Michael comes in and crashes into Trevor's vehicle, sending him spinning out of control into a giant puddle of fuel. And that's where we then set fire to Trevor and watch him burn.
Salve, zumbizeira, tudo certo, irmão? Boa noite pra tu. Mano, essa daí é foda, mano. Essa morte foi foda. Eu não sei qual que é pior. Eu acho, mano, que a morte do Trevor é pior, tá ligado? Porque... porra, o Trevor sabia quem era o Michael. O Trevor foi enganado pelo Michael, tá ligado? A gente acha que o pior da série, o pior do jogo é o Trevor, mas não, mano. O pior é o Michael, tá ligado? O pior é o Michael, porque é o Michael que fez todas as tramóias. O Michael trabalha com o Phoebe lá e os caramba 4. Então o pior é o Michael, mano. O pior é o Michael, porque Ele é totalmente uma cobrinha. Uma cobrinha. Isso é original. Eu acho que essa não vai ter muita coisa pra ver, né?
Trevor on fire in slow motion, and not only that,
câmera lenta.
also some of these
Não só
close-up
isso, mas
shots I
também algum
managed
desses
to get. You see the fire engulfing his face is pretty horrifying, to be honest. We're also able to get this really cool shot of
daí é a hora
the
que explode,
explosion
né?
of the fuel trailer as well in slow motion, and that's where it actually is revealed that a piece of debris lands on top of Trevor's body, which makes it even worse. Usually at this point in the cutscene you're only watching Franklin and Michael now as they conclude what's just happened, but obviously Trevor's body continues to burn throughout these moments as well. We move on quickly now to GTA San Andreas for a brief moment, and this happens during the mission reuniting the families, where Sweet declares that a few of the family gangs are going to be meeting at the motel in Los Santos. That's when a police raid occurs and you have to go in to save Sweet. It's only until you get out of the hotel where you get picked up by Big Smoke and Ryder, and you're given an AK-47 to shoot at the police officers that are chasing your vehicle. And that is one of the craziest missions in San Andreas, where loads of police officers are now trying to jump onto your vehicle and attack you on the car hood. However, at some point the AK-47 jams, and well, the next thing that happens is the car drives through helicopter blades with a police officer on the hood of the vehicle.
The K's jammed. Fuck it, I'm going through. CJ, we got to get up, burn up here.
This is LSPD. Do not. Hey, what the fuck? Too low. You'll kill us all.
Back up, Smoke, back up. Hell no, I'm going through. Oh, man, we gonna die. Oh, shit. Slow down, Smoke, slow down. Oh, shit, the brakes is out.
So while that cop was on the hood of the vehicle, they decided to drive directly into the helicopter blades, resulting in this officer being cut to absolute pieces. And using a FreeCam modification here, as you can see, we're able to see how this exactly was done. And it appears that the police officer is despawned, and then some ambient objects are spawned in, like body parts such as arms, legs and a head. And we can actually see these here in this camera mod, right?
Isso aqui, mano, o cara se despedaça todo, mano.
Here.
Nossa, mano.
One of the most graphic deaths coming up now, and this is Johnny, the protagonist of GTA 4 The Lost and Damned. Because that's when Johnny comes along and is angry at Trevor because Trevor has been sleeping with his ex-girlfriend. Of course he's very upset about this and confronts Trevor, which is something you never want to do, let alone want to do on a day where Trevor has found out that he's been betrayed by one of his best friends.
Isso é com mod. O sapato do Trevor entrando dentro da cara do cara. Tá ligado?
I just saw a fucking ghost and I gotta hear your crap. Get up! Get up! Wait.
É, mas nessa parte aí até o cara consegue ver, tá ligado? O cara... Pô, deu uma flicada ali muito louco. O pé do Trevor atravessando, tá ligado, mano? Que nóia.
This is super brutal, especially when we use the FreeCam to zoom in on his face, which is something we couldn't do obviously during the cutscene. It turns out that Trevor stomped on Johnny's head so hard that a piece of his brain matter actually still is on his boot later on in that mission.
Hey cowboy, you mind that I fucked your old lady? Sorry, what was that? Well, no, you don't mind? Oh, because you're a dead man? And the only sentient part of you left is this little bit of brain and the gristle on the end of my boot? Well, thank you very much, cowboy.
We move on now to Agent Sanchez, one of the antagonists from GTA 5. And in this mission, we play as Michael and we have to meet up with some of the agents at the courts center in Los Santos. Michael initially thinks this meeting is just to discuss some of the events that have happened in the storyline. However, things quickly take a turn for the worst as it appears that this isn't quite as it seems. That's when, of course, this meeting doesn't go to plan as usual and and a police FBI raid occurs. It's then revealed that Agent Sanchez is actually a double-crossing agent, and the team of police that are there are with him. Various other agencies arrive, including Merriweather, and that's when this crazy standoff scene happens.
Put your gun down. Same goddamn leg.
Aí, dá um tiro na cabeça do cara. Nossa, o cérebro, mano. Caralho.
Seeing this really famous death from this angle is kind of interesting, because you can see where the player model or the NPC model changes from the variant without the headshot wound to the one with the headshot wound. And now we can actually zoom in on his face. It's kind of funny. It's also fairly disturbing. Next up, we actually have a rare look of the death of Jay Norris. Now, we all know what happened to Jay Norris in GTA 5. During a press conference, Jay Norris answers this phone and has his head blown off.
Hold on a second. I think someone's trying to dock with me. Hello?
Get security!
É, acho que ele não consegue ver porque...
It actually turns out with mods we can actually spawn in this Jay Norris player model right here, and we can actually see the model where his face has been blown off, which is pretty graphic and interesting because it looks like what happened.
Cara, o bagulho tá intacto. O cabelinho não queimou nada, não explodiu nada do cabelo, tá ligado? Mas o rosto totalmente deformado, não tem mais nem orelha. Mas o cabelo
as Jay answers the phone and the explosion goes off, Rockstar quickly changed the model of the pedestrian or the NPC to this model of him, and it happens so quickly that you're not even able to notice it in the cutscene. Let's talk about Molly Schultz from Grand Theft Auto 5. After arriving at Solomon's office, Michael is surprised to find Devin Weston and his assistant Molly Schultz there. Devin explains how he plans to pull the plug on the first movie that Michael has made to receive a massive insurance payout. And that's when Molly takes hold of this film reel that belongs to Michael and Solomon Richards and decides to take it to the airport onto a private plane. Michael is absolutely furious about this and decides to chase Molly all the way to the airport, which is where after a chase scene happens, she ends up crashing her vehicle and running away on foot out of pure fear. However, after she takes away on foot through the aircraft hangar, that's when one of the most gruesome, horrifying scenes in GTA 5 happens. Molly is sucked into the plane engine and torn to shreds.
Tá ligado? Acho que ela não sai toda em pedacinho não, mano.
It's pretty cool that we're able to actually see this angle where her whole body disappears into the turbine, and how Rockstar actually managed to develop this mission. After this, we can see various body parts and remains laying on the